I've been struggling with the Earth's rotation. 365 when the fuck I'ma make it. Never sing it from the sideline, risk takers. Never sing it from the sideline, risk takers. I've been struggling with the Earth's rotation. 365 when the fuck I'ma make it. Never sing it from the sideline, risk takers. Never sing it from the sideline, risk takers. Never thought that I would see the day where I wasn't making music. I've been so influenced by the struggle. I've been singing double, writing verses on the composition page since a young age. People laughing in my face cause I wanna be a rapper class clown. Graduated at the bottom of my class, but he's never looking my way. In the past, now she wanna throw it.
Alright, it's What's Poppin' with WHiTMiRE. This is episode 4, and we have with us today...
DEZI from the WRIGHT brothers.
Yeah, what is going on, man?
Nothing much, dude. Just chilling, watching some Sunday night football. Taking a break to talk to you. Appreciate you having me on.
I appreciate you taking the break. I see you have the Kids Mac Miller album behind you.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm pretty big on vinyl collecting, and I got Kids. I got one of the greatest hip hop albums of all time. I got Illmatic by Nas back here.
Nice.
Yes sir, yes sir. And this falling over. Hold on one second. All right, my bad.
No, that's sick. I just noticed that, and I was just like, that is sick. That's what I want.
Yes, sir.
Clear vinyls.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody always kind of looks at me a little weird because Mac. He has so many 10 out of 10s for me. Everybody always asks me hey, what's your favorite Mac Miller project, album, whatever, and I always say Kids. Kids is my #1 Mac project, and everybody's just really Good AM, Blue Slide Park, Macadelic, and you pick Kids.
I love them all, man, and they're just now putting faces on the Spotify,
which I'm super excited about.
And in time, I bet they'll just keep adding more.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So for people listening to this interview, they probably don't really know you, but we're gonna change that with this interview.
Okay.
So what genre of music do you make?
So currently, right now, my predominant genre is hip hop.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And what's one song someone should check out by you?
My personal favorite off of my new album Lo-Fi High, which is available on all streaming platforms now, is it's a track called Make It Work.
Okay. Yeah, I was peeping that. I like 365.
Okay. You like the faster flow a little bit then?
Yeah. It's just I like your production on it too. Do you do it yourself?
No, man, I wish I was that good at engineering. I actually go to a recording studio here in Maryland. It's in Waldorf, Maryland. It's called Night Sky Recording Studios. And they have two dope engineers there, Ron and Alex. And my engineer, Alex, actually mixed and mastered the entire album.
Do you make your own beats, or do you buy them, or...
So currently right now, I don't make my own beats. That's a skill that I do want to learn eventually one day. But as of right now, I have a nice handful of producers. I have a producer, DJ Dirty River, up in Boston, Massachusetts. I have a dude named Link Pello, who's out in Detroit, Michigan area. And then I got another dude, Ryan Bronson, who I don't know where he is now, but originally he was from New York. So I have a good little group of producers.
You got a good spectrum of the whole US right there.
Yeah. And I actually just, for this album, Lo-Fi High, it's track number 4 and track number 6, Make It Work and Just Have Trust. I actually linked up with a German producer, and I still, to this day, don't know the guy's real name, but I just call him, his name is The Rookie on Instagram. I think it's the, and then RUUKIEE or something like that, but shout out to him.
I noticed on your recent project you put out, Lo-Fi High, that you put skits in it too. You don't really see people do that anymore. It kind of reminded me of a early era rap when people used to do that. What inspired you to do something like that?
I don't know, man. I just, like you said, I very rarely see it nowadays, especially with a lot of the newer artists, but I rarely see it now. And I don't know, man. I've just always been influenced by the old school, from Nas to Mobb Deep, NWA, Eminem, and especially Eminem. He had some of the craziest skits on his projects. So
I can see that influence.
Yeah, so just growing up, I always listened to the old school shit, and I just think skits really, really, really help glue and mesh an album together. It just, to me personally, it gives me more of a personal touch or a personal feel to the artist. Just because I don't know, skits just kind of bring out that alter ego or just that personality from artists that we don't normally see. So
Okay. Yeah, no, I could
yeah.
definitely see that. So you're from Maryland, but what inspired you to do music?
I've always been like, oh, no cocky shit. Just like since I was a little kid, I've always kind of been like a little musically inclined. So like I started out in
Okay.
elementary school. I started out playing like the recorder, the alto saxophone. My grandmother taught me how to play a little bit of piano. So I was always like really, really into music when I was growing up. And I I was raised by my grandparents, but I, still saw my parents when I was a kid. And when I would see my parents, they're the ones that kind of heavily influenced me on hip hop. My mother always
Okay.
liked Notorious B.I.G. and then my father was always like a big like Eazy-E, like Too Short fan. So I got the hip hop from them, and then growing up around my grandparents, I got like the oldies and like like the fucking Beach Boys and like shit like that, Tina
Yeah.
Turner, like shit like that. Um, so I've always honestly my parents and my grandparents kind of like influenced me, because I was always around that hip hop, and then my grandmother always influenced me to play instruments and like shit like that. So that's kind of where that came from.
Sounds like you got like a good backing of like a lot of good old head music, man.
Oh yeah,
Do
dude,
you,
for sure.
do you
For
listen
sure.
to like modern stuff at all?
You mean like stuff that's on the radio,
It
like
doesn't
newer
necessarily
artists?
have to be on the radio, just like a newer artist per se that might have like.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. See, like growing up, like I was always so like black and white with the way that I looked at music. Like I was always like, it has to be lyrical, it has to be like conscience, and And as I've gotten older and more mature, I've kind of grown out of that like stupid mentality, and now I've been like broadening my music horizon with, especially with a lot of these newer age artists, and I'm really fucking with like 21 Savage, Kodak
Okay.
Black, Key Glock. I'm a big Key Glock and Pusha Ice-T fan, and then also like it's not like super conscious shit, but it's like I fuck with them. And then I also really 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 like Lil Peep. And
Yeah. Okay. I could see that with your music actually. You kind of got like the
yeah,
like rock rap flow on some of your music. Um.
yeah, definitely,
So
definitely.
you're Desi from the Wright brothers. Is the Wright brothers its own like entity, group, music interest, or what's the explanation for all that?
Yeah, so it's kind of a long name, but the Wright Brothers is actually the group that I'm in. So I'm actually in a hip hop trio with my two best friends and my brothers, Mike J and Walt Jams. And we met back in 2010, 2011. We all went to different high schools. So, like, um, I went to a high school called La Plata. Mike went to Thomas Stone, and then Walt went to North Point. And this was all in like the Waldorf, Maryland area. So we didn't meet each other actually until we all graduated. And I met Mike J first. We linked up. He knew that I rapped, and I knew that he had rapped, but we never heard each other rap before. So we actually met through another mutual friend that I worked with. And long story short, we all just started making music. Me and Mike kind of realized we didn't really fit the vibe and the style of this middleman mutual friend that we had at the time. So we kind of like, no hate to that guy, but we kind of like left doing things with him, and me and Mike kind of joined up. And then he introduced me to our other group member, Wall Jams, and then it just kind of took off for there. Just fucking chilling down in this local park that was near the neighborhood they lived in, smoking, freestyling, just talking about life and stuff, getting to know each other, and then we all just kind of gelled and made a group.
All right. Uh, so one music video I checked out from you guys was "Live It
Oh,
Right."
okay.
Is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
all of you guys in that group in that song, or is that still just you? Because I've seen your music, so I'm curious. Like, do you guys like have music out as like a collective, or?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
yeah, definitely, definitely. So I'm sorry. Hold on. Excuse
you're
me.
fine.
I just drank like a lot of water before the interview, and I'm a little stoned right now,
No,
to be
dude,
honest
you're
with you. So
a-okay.
but anyways, the Live It Right music video that you watched, that was one of my solo tracks
Okay.
off of the last EP that I dropped called Music is Therapy, which is out on all platforms. But you can find all of our group's music on any streaming platforms. You just type the Wright Brothers,
Okay.
all separate words, and make sure it's a Z at the end of Brothers. And I'll get you hip to like links and stuff like that after the interview.
Yeah,
I'll
and
send
they'll
you
be in the
stuff.
description too.
Okay, bet, bet.
Okay, so do you have any music plans coming out? I mean, obviously you just did Lo-Fi High, and
Yeah.
now I imagine you're gonna write it for a bit. But what do you got in mind for either the end of this year, sometime next year?
Mhm. So yeah, so Lo-Fi High, I definitely got it done a lot faster than what I was expecting to get that done. I was working on that project for probably 5 months,
Dang.
I would say.
Okay.
For probably like 4 months, 5 months that I was working on it, because I really wanted to take my time with this one and try to make it the best that I could possibly make it. But anyways, I'm definitely not gonna ride it out,
Mm.
because I'm the type of artist, like, I don't like to drop something and then just take some huge long break. Like, don't get me wrong, I've taken a few weeks off, like, since the completion of it, just to refocus
Yeah,
my
gotta
mind, kind of like go
re-energize.
live life a little bit. Um, yeah, and just get my mind refreshed. But I'm planning on working on another album, solo wise.
Okay.
And this album I'm gonna do, so I've dropped 4 solo projects by myself, and I've never had any features. So this next project that I'm gonna start working on, it's gonna be nothing but features. Like, every single track is gonna be a feature. And my goal for it is to get a couple artists on Twitter that I have been kind of like watching for the past few months,
Okay.
and I'm definitely fucking with some Twitter artists. And then I'm also gonna branch out and try to get like some bigger name features.
Um, say somebody's watching this interview and they're like, "Man, uh, I want to, maybe collab." How would they reach out to you? And what would be the best way?
I mean, anybody can hit me at my Twitter at DEZI underscore. Hold on, I'm sorry, at Right Bros with a Z underscore DEZI, and you can just DM me. And again, like, it's no disrespect to like any artist out there, but I promise I don't say this in like a cocky or egotistical way at all. But I don't just collab with anybody, and I really, really, really am looking for. And I don't say that in a cocky way at all. I'm just saying at all in any way, because I'm nowhere near like the best artist or anything. I'm just very, very, very particular who I work with,
That's okay.
and how our sounds will mesh together and stuff like that. So if anybody is watching this and you want to kind of hit me up and we'll talk, see how we gel, hit me up. I'm always down to hear other people's stuff and make connections with other
Yeah,
artists.
man. I mean, that's all what it should be about, connecting with other people, forming
Yeah,
connections, helping people out, at least on the like
yeah,
industry side. Um,
definitely, definitely.
so kind of to make you more like outside of the artist box, and if you're cool with it, we'll go more into the human being box. Like, what are you as like a type? Sorry, what kind of like
No,
person
you're
are
good.
you like outside of making music?
I'm honestly just a regular person, just like everybody. I like to, I like to smoke. Shout out all my stoners.
Hey.
I got my medical card out here in
Mm.
Maryland, so we're always blazed up out here. Uh, let's see. I like to go fishing, hiking, camping, chilling with friends. Like, I play a lot of sports, like, not like
Yeah.
fucking professional obviously, but like I play basketball with my friends all the time. I'm in like this little flag football league that I play every Sunday during the football season. So I'm just kind of like a regular
Okay.
dude,
I
man.
mean, have you like had any struggles in your life? Like, is this what you write about in your music?
Oh yeah, definitely. And we'll get that out of the way right now. Everything that I write, whether people understand it or not, is 100% organic, authentic. Like, I don't cap in my bars.
Yeah,
Like,
you
I
got
try to,
bars,
and
man.
like the reason I do that, I appreciate that. Like, I just want to be as authentic as I possibly can, because when my listeners listen to my music, I want you to really know who I am. So I definitely don't put a show on for the mic or anything like that. But um, what was the question again
Oh, I just
before I
asked,
started
like,
talking?
have you had any struggles that you've had to overcome in this life and do you portray it in your music?
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't like to talk about too much negative stuff in
Yeah.
the past, and it's never like a competition of like, oh, I've been through worse, or I've been through this and you've been, whatever. But from an early age, I never lived with my grandparents. I had teenage parents. My dad got drafted out of high school into professional baseball. So when I was a kid, I never saw him. My mom was just 16 and young and didn't know how to take care of a kid. So I grew up with my grandparents. Shout out to my grandmother and my
Shout
grandfather.
out.
I love them. They've always supported me from the very beginning. But just shit like that. Never having parents. Of course, like just fucking off, making bad decisions, doing bad in school. Just things like that. Just like I feel like every normal person in America,
So
struggles
would you feel
with at
like
some
that was a way that you maybe got into music for like a healthy way to express yourself and to cope
Yeah,
inside with anything that went on?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Like it's just music always kind of touched me in a different way, and I had a lot of anger problems when I was a kid and when I was younger, and music was, I don't know, dude, it was just like you just said, it was always kind of like that little release that I could. It's almost just like an artist
Yeah.
with a paintbrush. They paint their feelings onto a canvas, and it's the same thing with every musical artist out there, whether you're a rapper, country singer, you play guitar, whatever. It's like the words that I speak on the instrumentals and stuff like that, it's just like a release, that I
Well,
can
that's definitely,
put out there.
a good way to, stay happy and to stay focused. But a question I got for you is, what do you do to stay focused and, maintain this healthy lifestyle?
One, shout out to therapy and shout out to my therapist. I go to therapy once a week. Therapy honestly saved my life. I'm a whole different person now
Damn, I'm
because of
glad to hear
therapy.
that.
Um, Yeah, dude. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I try to eat as healthy as possible. I try to eat like big organic shit. Like I go grocery shopping at organic markets and stuff like that. And I exercise like 5 days a week. I do like heavy cardio, light lifting, like stuff like that. So, therapy for the mind, healthy diet for the body, exercise and shit like that for the body. Of course, I don't know where the hell my pen is, but I smoke trees and shit like that, and help keep you leveled and stuff.
Okay,
And,
I
yeah.
got a few more questions for you. One, just to take it out of the mental health subject, and then we'll maybe bring it back. What's your favorite song right
Definitely.
now, and why? Because I did not ask that earlier, but I think people should know.
Like my favorite song from myself, or like
From a different
from another one of
artist,
my favorite artists. Damn, dude, that is
It could
like
be
the
like
hardest
current favorite
question
song.
ever. Yeah. So I'm not gonna pick an individual song because I've never been able to be like what's your top 3 songs or top 3 artists type person, because I love so many. But as of right this very second, September whatever 2020, I've been listening to a lot of Boldy James. Yeah, Boldy James is really dope. I don't know if you know who he is, but have you ever heard of like Benny the
Griselda,
Butcher and
yeah.
Conway and like Griselda Records? So yeah, Boldy James raps
is he with the group,
So
or just like
I don't
kind
know
of
if
like
he's with
someone that
Griselda or
features a
not.
lot?
I think, don't quote me on this, I think he's just like affiliated with them and like he like features with them a lot and vice versa, but he might be with Griselda. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, Boldy James is
That's
fucking
definitely
awesome.
someone
You should
I'm gonna
definitely
check
look him
out
up.
after this interview.
Yeah, for sure.
What would you want somebody listening to this interview to know about you that knows nothing about you?
Oh damn, that's a hard question. If I'll say this, I hope that my what am I trying to say? Every time I make music, I'm hoping that I can inspire you if you're listening. Treat people the way that they would want to be treated. Be a good person and treat others the best that you can, and enjoy life, man. Like we only get one, and I've lost too many days wasting time, being anxious and
So
shit.
that's
So
like
just
some
enjoy your
advice
life,
you would
man.
throw out to some people. Is
I'm
just
enjoying
enjoy
mine.
some life.
Yeah, dude, enjoy your life and treat others with respect in the way you would want to be
I
treated, man.
appreciate your time. This is a beautiful end to this episode, and I can't wait for this to come out so people can come check out your music. Like, you're a lyricist, you got bars, you got cadence. I definitely have said that in a review, but I've listened to your music more as the interview approached, and I was pretty impressed.
Thanks, man. I really, really appreciate you taking out the time and always showing love and support on Twitter and
You're welcome,
the
man.
socials and stuff like that.